Y'all niggas just don't understand, man. Twitter just been up all weekend, bro. Like legit. Motherfuckers out here
going on. Hell yeah.
Oh man, September been tough, nigga. You know, the UK just lost their queen and shit. So, you know, it's good packs up in the air now. You know what I'm saying? Can we call the queen a pack?
FDB.
Yeah, she a pack.
FDB.
How old was she?
96, right?
96,
oh, she had a good run, bro.
She
what else she supposed to do?
She got
96, they supposed to die.
Man, my fucking Betty White outlived her G. America's still up one. Fuck is y'all talking about, man?
I think Betty definitely packed it up before her. She might have been older, but
look, Betty knew shit was going bad anyway, G.
Yeah,
so Betty just Betty checked out on her own for Richard. Like the queen was holding on, G. She didn't want to let that nigga Charles be king. Like that nigga finna be king at like 80, nigga. Like this nigga old as shit. Like,
so what's the beef with the queen? Why everybody on her bumper, bro?
I mean, it's the British royal family. They represent colonialism. They represent
colonizers.
Yeah,
historically racist.
You know, black countries and you know, barbarism and all type of shit, man. And then on a
they still got fucking countries, nigga, that's under their fucking rule, nigga, like a commonwealth.
Ain't the Bahamas under British rule?
No, the Bahamas threw the rakes up at them niggas a little while ago and said, nigga, we up out of here.
This is the thing, because
I did see this on the internet. I don't know if it's factual, but I guess the British crown jewel was stolen from South Africa or some shit in 1906.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So. I did see that. I don't know if it got any.
You know, sometimes Black Twitter be making shit up. But we ain't gonna.
Nah, but this is my thing though, right? Because this I ain't gonna hold you. Anybody that's black that's mourning the queen, they some clowns. And the only reason why I say that is because despite all the history, even if you don't even want to go back that far, you can't discount the fact that as soon as they got a little bit of blackness in the royal family, them niggas started wilding.
They went crazy. They did go crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
They did Meghan and them dirty as fuck. The kids and all that shit.
A little bit of blackness in there, and them niggas started wilding. So it's like, man, fuck the royal family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say F a dead person, but
you know, I'm not on Twitter, man. So like, what was Twitter saying about the queen, bro? I heard
they was running the score up. Bro. The jokes was legendary, man.
It was a legendary 48 hours, my nigga.
Bro, the jokes was so vicious on the queen that the Brits started threatening to make 9/11 jokes, like that was gonna stop Twitter.
The loudest shit I seen on the queen. I don't know how many of y'all up on Batty Hub.
Oh, bro, what is you on, man?
What are we doing right now? What is Batty Hub, G?
Don't explain
what is Batty Hub.
Batty Hub is
don't explain Batty Hub.
Don't explain that.
It's a great website.
First off, we talking about a 96-year-old dead woman, G. I don't even know how you getting here.
Yeah, like
hey, the day after she passed, because they do like a refresh every morning at 7 a.m. I'm definitely
every morning.
What?
I'm revealing my level of smuttiness, but they do a refresh every morning at 7 a.m.
several times, my nigga.
Hey, and each morning on the homepage they post a new picture. So the picture the day after she passed was like her face transposed on some new woman in black and white. I thought that was kind of funny.
Nah, nigga.
First off, that is disturbing. You saw the queen's face on a nude body?
Like her younger
The
face,
disturbing thing is that he look at that smut at 7 a.m.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
every day.
Yeah, bro, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill, man. I don't even know what to say to that.
You got to chill.
You gotta chill, G.
Looking for the fresh updates, bro. You never know what kind of content you might get.
It'll be there later in the day
Right,
at a more acceptable hour, man.
This nigga
ain't 7 a.m. I'm at home. Nah.
So you pre-coffee.
This nigga ain't got the crust out of his eye, nigga.
I be fresh off the gym, so I be ready.
So the pre-workout still be coursing through his veins, G.
Boy, that nigga on mode. Oh my God.
Demon time is up at 7 a.m. He know the refresh coming in, nigga.
It's like a
That's
window.
wild,
my
man.
oldest is off to school, and right before we wake up, my
Sheesh,
youngest.
let's stop it.
What?
Just stop.
Freak get the
bruh.
sicko mode drop, nigga. That's what he get from now on.
This motherfucker got a
Got that
routine, G.
window.
He said he got a window.
Oh, bro. All right, man. I don't.
So nigga,
I
like
done lost my
back
train of thought. This
back to
nigga-
we were talking about the queen. Alex just hey,
How
I
does
say
the
this.
Queen get us in the
Hold
spot?
on, Nate.
Hey, I
Hold
told
on,
y'all
Nate.
pre-call, I had one
I-
tidbit on the Queen. And
I
that-
say this every week, G. Alex is determined to railroad the show, G. He didn't even let us get 3 minutes into this bitch before he went all in this week, bro. Alex, you're a valuable piece to this show, my nigga.
He
Like,
went straight to smut. But you
but
know,
no,
hey,
so
Twitter was on they
Levels
they
to
was
this
on some
shit.
shit early this week too, man, because the trailer for the Little Mermaid dropped, man. Y'all seen that they was on what's her name?
Yeah.
Haley Bailey. I was gonna call that chick.
You
Halle
sure it's not
Berry.
Chloe?
No, Chloe, the other one that been showing her cheeks on Instagram for the last 2 years. Haley is the one. She's a little bit more reserved. You know
She the
what I'm
more
saying?
wholesome one. So
she the
can be
weird one.
Disney.
She the one that
So
look
you
like
say.
she off of Bugs Life, my nigga.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
G, she got weird eyes, G.
You worse than
G.
these white
Black
folks on
women.
Twitter, G.
She got weird eyes, G.
The white folks on Twitter, man, on her ass, nigga, saying that she can't play the Little Mermaid, bro. What a mermaid look like?
That's what the fuck does a mermaid look like? Like they legit are going hard. Like they want this production stopped, nigga. Like this isn't a costing
Nah,
of
them
the Little
motherfuckers,
Mermaid,
they is up
nigga.
in
Ariel
arms.
should never be black with dreads, nigga.
They up
The
in
childhoods
arms.
got robbed. Did they
Hey,
do this
are-
when Brandy and Whitney played what's that?
That's a good
Cinderella.
question, but
Cinderella.
that's a
I'm
good
sure they
question.
did.
I don't think Twitter was like functioning like it is now back then, my
They ain't
nigga.
have an
Yeah, we ain't had
outlet.
no
Hey,
way. no
whole
social
time
media.
though. Whole time though. Social media might be onto something. What black woman you know gonna have her hair wet all the time?
This nigga here, man.
I mean, if she
I was-
got
I was-
that-
I was gonna ask you
I'm not touching that shit.
how
nigga.
how fast can she swim with dreads, my nigga? Like
I'm not
You know
touching
what I'm
that shit neither. See, 'cause I'm not gonna add on to the hate that
It
ain't-
this
it
queen
ain't-
is already getting from these white folks.
I'm not hating.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Hold
Hey.
on,
I'm
John,
not
you
finna
got
do that.
locks. Locks is low maintenance, right? Like you could get your shit wet, and then
I'm just telling you, if I got a fresh retwist, I ain't getting in the water, nigga. I'm just telling you right now, I ain't getting in the water, G. So I don't know, man.
Hey, but you know, all them people did that same shit for Buzz Lightyear, man. When that movie came out, when they had a little gay character, and like they doing too much.
So
man.
my thing is like, so I get it. You know, it was the British people saying don't shit on the queen, like y'all bogus for that. But you know, if they gonna try to reprimand us for fucking shitting on the queen, fuck why don't we reprimand these lame ass motherfuckers for getting on Twitter and trying to fucking tear down this young black woman? I know I shitted on her eyes and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like weird is weird, my nigga. Like don't laugh. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like fuck them. Like I really got a fuck them all mentality when it come to like people in they fucking feelings, nigga. Like
fresh
it's
off the Lizzo episode, my nigga. You really just go in on this queen, G?
nigga, it's 2022. Niggas is
Y'all
allowed
niggas
their
is wild,
opinions,
G.
my nigga. Like
And-
listen,
and that's a good point though, man. Because with everybody out here having a voice, you can say what the fuck you want, but it's gonna be
You
some
can.
it's gonna be some repercussions behind what you say.
There's some
You know what I'm
consequences
saying? It's
with it.
consequences to what you say. You like it's free speech all day. You can say what the fuck you want.
nigga, it's consequences for them, nigga. Like, nigga, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it, nigga. Fuck them, nigga. It's 2022. They need to, you know what I'm saying, buy into that. So, you know, at the end of the day, as long as they don't say no racist dumb shit, that we gonna have to find their employer, send that angry motherfucking message and get that nigga fired. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, this queen deserved to play Little Mermaid. You know what I'm saying? She grew up a big fucking fan. You know, for me, Little Mermaid was kind of ass. You know, I'm a Lion King guy myself, but nigga, they got a live action Pinocchio movie out right now, nigga.
Mermaid, bro.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm not. Look, at the end of the day,
It was cheeks, nigga.
at the end of the day, none of us on this. Well, you know, Al, you got little girls, so maybe I'm not fucking watching Little Mermaid. I don't know.
Aldo put in some hours, nigga.
Hey, Sebastian, what the name of the little fish?
Under the sea.
That boy, Sebastian was a nice little cold little character, bro.
So let me ask you this: was Sebastian better than the Kendall nigga and Beauty and the Beast, my nigga?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Another ass.
No way. Hold on, nigga. The nigga that sang "Be Our Guest," nigga.
What is we doing
bro,
right now?
Sebastian.
No, because
bro.
we having this debate right now.
Jamaican
accent,
doing,
man?
The Beauty and the Beast is ass.
G, the nigga had a French accent. G, hold on. So we gonna talk about the nigga. I don't know the nigga name, but the nigga that was the candlestick and Beauty and the Beast. That nigga was straight perved out. G, he was trying to get out with the broomstick the whole movie. G, you know what I'm saying? And I think he had Bump Chip Mom, the little cup and the tea kettle, G.
Hey, you know the names, bro. Come on.
G, I fuck with Beauty and the Beast, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? So when you talk about a good side character, nigga, you need to look I don't know his name. It was like Lemieux. That was his name. Lemieux, my nigga. That's exactly what his name was. Lemieux. And then he had Clockworth, G.
You know he ain't Googling this shit, so he G. All this shit.
Look, my childhood is reconnecting right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck we over here debating.
Let's do this.
Characters.
Let's do this.
Disney characters too.
John, get us into the fucking show, man. Get us out of here, man.
No. Because before John get into this, I gotta ask him a question. Before you get into the show, I gotta ask you a question. So everybody know we took a week off.
Yeah.
It's them niggas' fault. You know what I'm saying?
It's my fault. It's all on me.
It's them niggas' fault. But anyway, our last episode, we had an issue with the Aries Spears Lizzo conversation, right? And okay. John said that it was all good in the form of comedy, right? You said that?
I said comics.
And this needs to be a safe space. Yeah, that's
I said comedy needs to be a safe space.
And more or less words, you said comedy is safe space. So that's probably a day or two after we dropped that episode, the Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears video came out that was said to have been comedy. Do you keep that same stance in that situation?
So I did not watch the video.
I did, and it was super cringy. Very cringy.
I read what it was about. Initially,
the videos is available.
Yeah. Initially, I thought that
and we're not tagging it right here. So
no, we definitely not.
Initially, I thought they was like this wasn't a comedy skit. I thought this is what they was doing like for real. I was like, these niggas should be in jail, right?
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was a comedy skit, I'm just like, all right, the shit sounds like it went too far, but I didn't watch it. You know,
it just wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny. Yeah. It was in poor taste.
Very poor taste.
But you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite young comedians, man. Like he put a little video out, and you know, he wasn't defending it, but he made some really profound points, right? And some of the points that he made was like, you know, one of the world-renowned funniest skits that a lot of us can remember was the Dave Chappelle "Piss on You" skit, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was essentially in the same vein. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More or less, his video was more or less saying that the reason why this shit is getting the back.
It's because of the Lizzo comments.
No, it's because it wasn't funny, right? Because like again, I watched the video and it was super cringy. It was like, and it was in very poor taste, and you know, it wasn't.
Would the world have even seen that video if he had not said something about Lizzo?
And then these niggas are
well, I think so, because the family had sued them or tried to sue them previously several times.
Yeah,
right. And nobody ever paid attention. Nobody ever watched the video until he put Lizzo's name in his mouth and got the. I guess she got a mob with her too. Yeah. She one of the ones you can't talk about.
They're pulling up all this nigga old dirt. They got this nigga on camera kissing a nigga and all type of shit, nigga, in the name of comedy.
I think comedy gets to be called in poor taste depending on who you are. I mean, Bill Cosby joked about putting Spanish fly in Shorty's drinks.
That nigga wasn't joking, G.
I joked. Telling the truth.
Like, where's the joke? That nigga living his raps, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Check the stats, we winning. When we lost, we replenished. Started last, but we finished. I just need my percentage. Outer space is the limits. Lie when they said the sky. My life like Claude taking risks. Need my piece of the pie. Check the stats, we winning. When we lost, we replenish. Started last, but we finished. I just need my percentage. Outer space is the limits. Live when they said the sky. My life like Claude, taking risk. Need my piece to the pie.
Check the stats, we winning. Going hard since the beginning. I took off a minute, but now I'm back in it. Like work when your vacation finished. I cleaned up my image, I'm grinning, cause I ain't in debt no more. I was down, now I'm up like my credit score. Got a daughter, I gotta do better for. Let's get paid off these punchlines and metaphors. Taking the steps to be wealthy. Pop Global LLC. Went from a worker to owner. The system thought I'd be a goner. Was young with the warrants. I'm trying to get paid off a
You know what, on that note, what's up, everybody? We are now tuned in to a cloud of smoke on one of your hosts, the big homie John. I'm gonna throw it to Al, man.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Back after a week off. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be back. I know all my co-hosts, my co-conspirators is happy to be back too. I'm gonna throw it to LPJ.
Hey man, what's good? What's good? I ain't got much to say, man, that I ain't already said. So hey, Big Nate, get us in one. Talk to the folks.
Another week going on, man. So you know, one of my favorite couples, man, done broke up, bro.
What are we talking about?
And it's looking like my man Smirkio having the worst month ever, G. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's really a rough week for this nigga, man. Shit, a month, a week, everything gone bad like for this nigga, bro.
Early in August, he almost got his face blew off by a firework at his show, man. You know
that's strike one.
then he done lost his bitch. And
that might be two strikes in itself, bro.
Now they taking away the hood, G. They done sold O Block. You know what I mean?
Hey, nigga. Hey, nigga, that's a lot of hits for that nigga to take. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to dissect too, man. So which one we want to touch first? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the selling the O Block. That's what they get, man. When they wanted it to be a tourist attraction and motherfuckers was coming from all over the world to see it and crying on the block, you knew the attention is always gonna make people want that shit. All right.
So now they gonna capitalize on that attention and turn that motherfucker into $300,000 luxury condos.
Well, we gotta define who they is, because none of the niggas that we talking about own shit in O Block. All right, so you know what I'm saying. They're going to capitalize on the clout that them niggas built and the reputation that they built to make that neighborhood, I guess, notable, that section of notable, but they not finna eat. They not finna get no bread off of that.
Oh, none of them niggas, no. So let's talk about it. So, you know, O Block, for whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? When we grew up, that was Parkway Gardens. You know what I'm saying? It was still what it was, but you know what I'm saying? Over the past few years, you know, the gang affiliations, the rise of King Von, Dirk coming in, you know what I'm saying? It definitely grew into something, you know, mythical. Let's say that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely it's a different energy behind it now, right? So now that they've got the attention, you know, gentrification's coming in, big money backing is buying up the whole, you know, housing complex. And we've seen this before. We've seen this with the Cabrini Green, the Ickies, you know what I'm saying? Where they came in and, you know, they bought up the buildings and they, you know, in all honesty, jokes aside, it's about to be a lot of displaced families, you know, because, you know, the trauma, the PTSD that they may have been living in O Block, it was a lot of fucking death in that neighborhood, in that area, the last, you know, 5 to 7 years. Shit, probably since like 2012, if we're going to be honest, you know? So now they're being displaced. They're going to have to move around in Chicago. And these are parents with children, brothers, cousins, people that grew up around each other. They have gang affiliation, gang ties. Now they're all going to be dispersed throughout the city, right? Yeah. And now what's the one thing that everybody in Chicago talk about? They talk about having ops, right? But as long as you in your hood, as long as you in your land, you safe. But now these dudes, they don't got no hood. They don't got no land. They're about to be dispersed throughout the city. How do y'all think that's going to turn out? Because we saw how that turned out when they took down Cabrini. You know, how do we feel about this move with O Block and then the displacement of these families?
Man, we already know how it's going to turn out. Wasn't it not too long ago where they had the black site, the confession site, where they would coerce confessions out of people? They said that the cops, when you didn't talk, would literally take you to rival neighborhoods and just drop you off.
Drop you out.
Yeah, like that's the whole point. If you're not where you have, you know, protection and when you have familiarity, yeah, it's gonna be violence. That's the used as an intimidation factor, and it's gonna happen here.
What you think, Al?
Man, I'm gonna put on my real estate hat on this one, bro.
All right, let's talk about it.
That's prime real estate. That's very close to the museum campus. You like 2-3 blocks away from DuSable Museum and that beautiful campus over there. You know, you go a little bit further east toward the lakefront. You got the museum campus and all that shit. Like that's right off the expressway. Like that's prime real estate. I think, you know,
13 acres.
Man, like gentrification is always looked at as this bad thing. But a prime example is what's going on in Memphis, Tennessee. That whole city downtown is getting gentrified, but there's a lot of affluent Black people there that are participating in the gentrification, quote unquote.
So you feel like we're gonna be able to participate in that gentrification
if motherfuckers
of O
got
Block?
the money and they want to, yeah, they
So
should.
if you don't got the money, then what?
I mean, that's just depending on who enterprising. These niggas talking all this money and shit they got. Fucking stop spending on jewelry and cars and start investing in some real estate. And that's your territory.
Lil Durk tried to buy
that shit.
Gardens. He tried to buy it, or at least he said he wanted to buy it. I don't know how
motherfuckers talk, bro. This shit ain't that fucking hard, bro.
But at the end of the day, like Jaffe said, man, like that's 694 apartments. That's you know,
being relocated throughout the city.
And maybe some of those families need that to, you know, start
elevating
from the circumstances they're in. First of all, those are all Section 8 housing, right? Public housing. So none of those families are going to be displaced, quote unquote. Section 8.
They're Section 8 eligible. That don't mean that all the people there are on Section 8.
Place all of those families in new housing. So that whole narrative of people being, that's bullshit. Because they're going to get placed if they're living in public housing.
So I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is when you take this family that lived on 63rd and King Drive or wherever the fuck O Block is right now, you got that group of people and their kids, their teenage sons are affiliated with this gang. And now you're telling them that you have to go live on 94th, 95th, and whatever block. And now it's this gang. The thing is,
they gonna fall in line, or it's gonna be some packs out here, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. So this contribution.
There's another aspect of this outside of the gangs, right? So I have some family members where they grew up, you know, and they were displaced as well, but they weren't displaced in the city. They were displaced in Streamwood, Schaumburg, you know, Wheaton. And the issue there is coming from the city where you don't need a car and you're able to move around public transportation and things like that. Yeah. They're going to put your ass way out in the sticks where the infrastructure is not going to be there. And those people who are able to have jobs and be productive, they've got that many more hurdles to try and do those things out in Streamwood, out in fucking, you know, Waukegan or wherever the case may be. So there's a lot of dynamics about gentrification.
And then what about...
I don't want to paint a picture that all the people in public housing ain't working and none of that, because that's not fair.
We're not painting that picture.
I'm actually saying they are
their ability to move around and be mobile in the city is easier.
The people that are working, that are in those neighborhoods, are gonna find a way to, you know, stay gainfully employed in other neighborhoods. And honestly, sometimes plucking somebody out of a shitty situation and putting them into another situation where they getting exposed to other things outside of their original scope is a good thing. So I know it's displacing families and all that shit. There's quote unquote no plan for all those families, but I mean, some of these hoods need to get broken up. And I'm just being brutally honest, bro. Like the shit that's going on in Chicago, this probably won't the only way to kind of, you know, change that is to take it away from them. Don't give them nowhere to congregate.
So you take it away from them, but at the same token, I can tell you off experience that it's gonna, like, most of those young boys that are currently going to school because they go to school with their friends and they feel safe in those schools, they're not gonna go to school in the next neighborhood because they're not gonna feel safe. They're not gonna be welcomed.
They're in class with their ops.
They're in class with their ops. They gotta fucking maneuver neighborhoods now. Like, it's different when you know the route, when you know where to go, where not to go. When you got to move, and again, like you said, Section 8 is going to, you know, make recommendations like, hey, we've got shit here, shit there, boom, 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 that y'all can live in. Section 8 ain't taking into account that these little young niggas got ops or that these little young niggas not going to be okay in these schools. they're gonna be like, well, this is where we can place you, and this where your voucher say you good to go. Yep. So take your ass over here. We don't
voucher. This where you can go.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck that that's a GD territory or Latin King or 4CH, whatever it is. Motherfucker, your voucher say you good for this. We can accommodate you here. Let's rock. So with that, I just see the potential of our youth being even more threatened by this than living in O Block and living under the circumstances that they've been living under. But gentrification, coming right at you. So,
and it seems like the timing of this it's a little odd, man, with the whole Safety Act happening here in Illinois, or there in Illinois, also known as the Purge Law or whatever the hell they call it. Can somebody provide me some insight?
I think John got a little insight on this for us.
I'll say it like this: the Safety Act is literally a law that is trying to do away with cash for bail, right? So Cook County is, I want to say, one of the largest or busiest prisons in America. And what a lot of people don't understand about Cook County that don't live here is that that's a pre-trial prison, right? So you go to Cook County before you've been convicted of anything.
That's county jail. It's not even prison. It's county jail.
Right. Yeah. So the problem is it's a dangerous prison or jail. It's a dangerous, you've got multiple, I think they said some 60-some deaths or something like that in a year. And people should not be, I guess, subjected to the quote unquote like prison life without actually being convicted of something, right? And I would actually say that even people that have been convicted shouldn't be subjected to that, but that's a different conversation. So the majority of people that are in Cook County are there because they cannot afford bail. Right. And the idea of the Safety Act is to do away with cash bail and let people out based on their risk to society. Now,
this would make Illinois the first state in the country to eliminate cash bail.
Right. So that's what the Safety Act is doing. Now,
so we let niggas out on I-bonds?
Depends, though. So now it definitely says in there for any forcible felony, you're not going to be eligible. In jail. Right. You're not going to be eligible. So the narrative that you can kidnap or second-degree murder and all, it's all bullshit. It's rhetoric being run by Republicans, and they're actually running it on Black publications because they're, it's election time. So we got to craft the narrative, and most people will look at a shade room post before they go and look up a fucking law and determine what's real and what's not. So go ahead.
It's a video that I've been getting like bombarded with the last 3 days of some woman getting assaulted by 3 goons, and it's like a Ring doorbell camera video, and she's screaming at the top of her lungs to push this narrative that this quote unquote purge law is going to put all these violent criminals on the street.
Why they call it a purge law?
Because of the movie The Fucking Purge, and
right, yeah, but like how does that equate to what the Safety Act is?
They're
saying that you're going to put all these violent criminals on the street, and it's going to be like the purge, just pure lawlessness, people killing each other, robbing, raping, all kind of wild shit.
The inmates going to be running the prison now because they out on the street with the opportunity to do more crime.
Let me tell you about the full court press. This one actually kind of made me laugh. So I can't think of it was an Illinois state rep. What he said is this law will allow a homeless man to go into your backyard, because trespassing is one of those non-forcible felonies that they can't hold someone for. So it's like if a homeless person comes in your backyard, the cops can't arrest them. They got to give them a ticket.
And now that you said that, so some of the non-detainable offenses begin in January 1st of 2023.
Right.
Aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing, arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, intimidation, kidnapping, robbery, second-degree murder, and threatening a police officer.
No, those are actually false.
That's false. A lot of those are the ones that the side that doesn't want the law passed are pushing as a narrative to try to scare people about the actual law.
If the prosecutor deems you as a risk, right? So if you get arrested for ag assault, okay, the prosecutor they have 3 different mechanisms, and I don't know the specifics of them, where they can present something to the judge and say this person is either, if you're a flight risk, if you are a risk to society to commit the crime again, and there's another criteria that I don't know.
If the crime is a felony, it's literally that simple.
Forcible felony.
But what I read
then
was that the judge, now again, this is on Illinois.gov, but the judge has discretion in all these cases.
Correct.
Right.
So
correct.
It's the law, for it to be a law is kind of used loosely, because laws are laws, and a judge.
But isn't that the case already? Right. And then let's think about this.
Yeah,
I've always kind of laughed at this notion, right? So if you're too broke to afford a $3,000 bond, right? Chances are your ass is too broke to fucking leave and go somewhere and run away. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. It's not like the nigga that can't afford a $3,000 bond has the money. No, the law.
Then your auntie got to sell the Intrepid, bro, and get Dog the Bounty Hunter on the case.
Hey, that's for TV though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's expensive to be on the run. We've seen this with people that have been on the run for years and years and years. They need tons of resources, a network of people that honestly, the person who fucking tried to rob the 7-Eleven, he ain't got that shit.
Man,
I want to hear what
the list you read is literally if somebody looked at the docket of inmates or prisoners in the jail right now that can't get out on bond because they don't have the money, but those are their offenses. So some of those people that they're highlighting have no shot at getting out because it's at the judge's discretion. And these are elected officials, right? That's what judges are, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to trust the people that we elect are going to keep the dangerous people in jail and not just put them out on the street. So I
actually don't trust any of them, but that's not even the
we
point.
have to. We voted for them.
Well, not exactly. Not exactly. But what I will say is that it's forcible felonies are forcible felonies, and there's a list, and there's already a legal definition for that. So the kidnapping is a forcible felony. The aggravated assault is a forcible felony. So they're manipulating, like Alex is saying, they're literally saying these criminals or these people who have been accused of crimes, they would be eligible to get out based on the fact that they couldn't afford bond, but that they've left out the other part of that criteria. There's no real purge law. It's just rhetoric.
So I got two questions for you.
Go ahead.
So first, you were getting ready to make an example about the homeless man being in the backyard.
Well, the homeless thing is, see, that's that Republican trying to appeal to all the different fears of his white voter base, right?
Stoking the fears of the public.
Man.
Go ahead.
First, they try to come to the black people and say, hey, it's going to be the purge in Chicago. Your neighborhoods that have these crimes historically, this is what's going to be allowed. And now that didn't work, now they're going to the white people. Oh man, the homeless guy could go just set up a tent in your backyard and they can't arrest him.
Squatters' rights is a real thing, by the way.
Yeah, not a homeless guy in your backyard.
Like squatting is an actual like real like we have some issues with people like squatting in our neighborhood, nigga. With
good luck, nigga. Go get that judge to sign that paperwork and show up with the sheriff, nigga.
No, like squatters got fucking rights, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. I've been in here for 30 days, nigga. This is my shit.
Most squatters had legal leases, and the landlords didn't maintain the lease agreements. And now these people have nowhere to go.
There are eviction laws that allow squatters to be there. But the thing about that example that kind of made me laugh is how many examples in the state of Illinois has it been where a homeless person went into a residential backyard and just posted up?
Rare.
Probably fucking none. It doesn't even make sense, right?
Like ass to a fucking pack.
Yeah, you just gonna show up in my backyard and just like lay down? Like that's fucking crazy. That's ridiculous, but that's the extreme lengths that they're going to try to make this law seem unreasonable when the reality of it is cash bail has always been racist in this fucking country.
Right.
So like how we got here, we was kind of tying in the old block purchase into what this could potentially be, man. Do you see that as a potential threat?
No.
To the already goings on of Chicago? You say no, Jaffe, what say you?
I mean, the crime, I do feel like the selling the old blocks is going to contribute to the overall crime in Chicago. And then I feel as though that, of course, they end up in the jail system. And, these are the people that probably won't be able to afford that bond. So then they'll be back out on the street, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, until they have their day in court. And, me personally, a black man in America, I'm all for an individual not being detained until they have their day in court, but it just depends on the offense. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dre, we had a little discussion. Like, let's say somebody does some shit to a family member, and instead of while they're waiting on their day in trial, they out walking free. Who's to say that I won't want to get my lick back or get some get back? You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't shit's gonna create a bigger fucking issue, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
scenario that you're talking about, if someone does something violent to a family member, they are going to be detained.
Okay, what about they a fucking weirdo fucking touches, my child on their way home from school or some shit like that?
That's definitely considered a forcible felony. They also, even though this is not a forcible felony, they added domestic battery. They added stalking or aggravated stalking.
Okay.
So they even added things that aren't necessarily a felony in and of themselves to the list of we're still going to detain you. And that's what's not being talked about by the side that wants everybody to think.
All right, because again, me and Nate, we're not on the grounds there in Chicago, so we kind of just getting our information from here. So thanks for the clarification, because those are conversations that we're having, And
just citing my source though, like Fox 32 in Chicago, right?
Nigga, Fox is racist as fuck, bro.
I understood. It's a media outlet, and I just want to say what they were saying about the judges having discretion, right? So in the vein of the mentions, second-degree murder, kidnapping, hate crimes, aggravated batteries, robberies, judges will not have discretion unless the person is a willful risk of imminent flight. Right now, again, I can't confirm or deny that, but again, that's part of what I read as I was doing my research on what the Safety Act is. Now, if that's the case, that just it leads to a lot more shit.
Let me paint this picture. If Schaumburg is a part of Cook County, all right, Cook County is huge, right? So if Daryl in fucking the south side of Chicago, if he punches somebody and they need medical intervention and it goes up to aggravated assault because someone's in the hospital or whatever, his bond as a black man is going to be higher than Connor, who does the same exact thing and knocks a motherfucker out in Schaumburg. Same county, same judicial system, judges, the whole nine. But because Connor's white and because Daryl is not, Daryl's black, Daryl's he's gonna take the brunt of the justice system.
Daryl's gonna be fighting for his life, literally.
Right. And that's the whole thing. Connor gonna be at the crib.
Right.
All right. And so this act is to try and eliminate that disparity.
So Daryl ain't gonna be able to go to work. He gonna lose his fucking job. He gonna lose his kids.
Where
all kind of shit.
Where do you land on the side of this Safety Act? Do you like it? Do you hate it? I guess I'm struggling trying to figure out how we feel about that.
From my perspective, it's a step in the right direction, right? Will there be people that abuse it? Will there be kind of cases that slip through the cracks? Absolutely. But that shit happens anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
right?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it'll be any worse or more egregious than anything else. But the reality of it is we've got to stop cash for bail because it's not being used correctly. And all it's doing is victimizing poor and black and brown people.
That makes sense.
People sitting, awaiting trial for years on end for minor crimes, bro, in Illinois and in Cook County right now.
I mean, in every
for $3,000 bond.
Nah, but the thing is, I think I saw something. The most egregious case in Cook County, you had somebody sit in jail for 8 years waiting on a trial. Right. That's fucking bananas because they couldn't afford a petty ass bond. Like,
man, I had a family member that was in jail for 4 years before they even seen trial.
And what happens in those cases? You plead, just get me out of this motherfucker, right?
Right.
So that's another part of it.
Especially the Cook County, man. But
right.
We know Chicago be wilding, man. Like obviously, like the story after story. We just had Labor Day weekend last week. You know what I'm saying? So like obviously the stats came out. But they wilding just as much in LA, man. You know what I'm saying? And we continue to see.
I just got one thing to say. Book them.
Yeah. We continue to see shit after shit happening. Unfortunately, man, today we're recording this on Monday. A artist, PNB Rock, was a casualty of some more bullshit happening in LA. But the story behind that, it gets a little deeper, man. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently he was a victim of a robbery, right? Now cut to before him and his girl are eating at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA. So before they get to their spot, PNB Rock shows off his attire for the day, outfitted in at least 5 or 6 chains, fully equipped. And then you get to the location, and his old lady drops a location. Now his old lady, he does have two children with this young lady. She drops a location, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I don't think that's a fair way of describing her actions.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Okay. I ain't even getting there. I'm saying, I'm just setting up what people are saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like the question I'm gonna get to is why are people victimizing her instead of talking about the ain't shit nigga who tried to rob this nigga, right?
History behind that action, right? Somebody dropped Pop's Smoke's location, right?
Pop Smoke dropped his own location.
Okay, so the thing is, putting a location online, right? We saw with FBG Duck. If you drop your location,
the ops are gonna slide. These niggas are wolves.
Yeah, just people that want to rob.
They wolves. They want to come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and again, like I don't want to victimize that young lady by saying that she did anything nefarious, anything like that. I ain't like that's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying, like, you know, like it. The minute that the news came out, people immediately went in. Yo, what's Shorty doing? She dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like all this, you know. And again, like Shorty just want to take a picture of her little chicken wing meal with the waffles, right?
Can I ask
standard Instagram behavior? Yeah. Not standard Instagram behavior that everyone participates.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't walk around with hundreds of thousands of dollars of jewelry on them.
$350,000 worth of jewelry, my nigga. It's different behaviors.
Nigga, I do.
Okay. All right. that's the point I'm making is there are different rules when you're walking around with that kind of monetary value on you, right? There's a reason why armored trucks are fucking armored trucks. You don't see nobody carrying $1 million of cash in a fucking Camry.
Nigga, armored trucks don't even carry that much cash in one time.
That's my point though. When you have that that elevated level of value, extra steps are taken to
even then though, like I'm not one that likes to like I don't post pictures a lot, period. But like I'm not one that likes to like post pictures of me being on vacation until I'm back home.
Right. Because you don't want niggas to know you're not at the crib. Smart.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that part of cautiousness that I think a lot of these rappers, because clout is such a big thing, right? That they lose sight of the realistic shit that's going on, right? You know, I want to show you everything I got on today, right? Not knowing or not having any rules in place with your old lady to say, look, man, you can drop this food porn pic, but let us be at the crib before you do.
Man, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle ain't no food porn. I get it though. It is a tourist attraction. You know
what I mean? It's one of those.
It's a tourist attraction. Yeah, if I go to LA, I would definitely go to Roscoe's. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what it's about.
I ain't gonna front like I'm the biggest PNB Rock fan. Again, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you.
I've never heard a song of his. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's not to knock anything. It's just to say.
Selfish was a vibe.
Was it?
It's a vibe.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I just
I will.
It's tragic, but there's another part of this too, because the story was they asked the man for his jewelry, they put the gun on him, he said no. We as a culture,
give that shit.
You gotta understand though, right? As we were just talking a couple of weeks ago about Young Berg and how his career was literally derailed by getting his chain snatched. We as a culture we've got to figure that out, because people, Sauce Walker, he's claiming that he wasn't the gunman. They tried to rob him on, I think, September 10th, and somebody was gunned down in LA in the street.
Yeah.
There's this thing about losing your chain in the rap culture that is like the kiss of death, right? And if you don't die behind your chain, then you lose your career. We gotta correct that. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, shit, Benny the Butcher was just rocking Freddie Gibbs' chain, nigga, last week too. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta stop this chain stuff. And then they old niggas too. That's
all of it, man. You know, but I think we all said the same thing the minute you said it, nigga. Like the minute somebody upstrap and want what you got, nigga, get that shit up. What you fighting for?
Nigga, you got it. You flaunting it, so you got it. You can
but
afford to lose it.
The
you
problem
gambling.
is, it's not about they can't afford to lose it. A lot of these niggas got insurance.
Insurance like a motherfucker.
It's the reputation hit.
If
Right?
you playing the game the right way, and
That's stupid, bro.
I don't know that a lot of these artists is playing.
No, they do have insurance on it. They you know who got now. I don't want to confirm this because I don't know.
Label's
I wasn't
probably
there.
insuring that.
No,
shit.
look, they said Sada Baby got his jewelry snatched. And Sada said, look, all my chains are still here because his were insured. He probably did get his chain snatched, but you know, that's the toxicity of the rap culture, right? If you lose your chain in a physical confrontation, the chances are people won't want to listen to you rap anymore. And that's the part of the culture that we've got to shift.
Bro,
so
that
that
shit
these
is so dumb.
It is to us as damn near 40-year-olds. But you know what? To some of these 20-somethings, nigga, like you lose your chain, you lose your career. You lose the ability to feed your family.
Man, I don't know if I agree with that, man.
Have you heard of Shy Glizzy song since his chain got snatched? And he wasn't even a tough guy rapper.
I've never heard of Shy Glizzy to begin with, to be honest with you.
Awesome was amazing, yeah.
I don't know, bro. 'Cause I feel like the chain snatching that come from like, you know, the generation right before us, our generation. So I can't say that like this is something new.
Well, people used to steal chains like this, you know, like look, Cuban links or fucking.
But that's just snatching chains.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because people were snatching chains for the gold value.
Right.
People are snatching chains now
for clout
to get on Instagram
and say that I got this nigga chain. I'm like, up, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Now again, you know,
just capture the flag in real life.
Exactly. if you're making yourself an easy target, you know what I mean? I don't know.
So how do we feel about, you know, so we've been talking about Twitter, people have a free speech. How do we feel about, you know, Twitter dragging his you know, his better half, the girlfriend? Thanks for clarification. I didn't know if they were married or girlfriend.
Yeah. They got kids together, but that's his girlfriend.
You know, how do we feel about that? Because right now, you know, she lost the most important thing in her life off, and I get it. It's you know, she did what she did, but nothing behind her actions were intentional. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let the Twitter investigators tell you that. The Twitter investigators is going to tell you that she
in on
set this nigga up,
set him up.
You know,
I mean, first and foremost, we don't know. She might have. She might
lay
have
next to this nigga every other night. Like,
hey man,
can unlock the door at any time and let niggas walk in and get up in his sleep.
She
might have, but like,
to me, it doesn't even matter if she did or didn't. The behavior is reckless because recent history has shown us, if you drop your loc, then the wolves is gonna show up.
All right, so let me. I want to use this,
especially in LA. Like that is what they are known for at this point.
Two prominent rappers right now. They both had something to say behind PNB's death. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read what Cardi said, and then I'm gonna read to y'all what Nicki said, and then y'all tell me what y'all
females
think.
Is chiming in.
I think he's talking about Playboy Cardi and then Nicki.
No. I'm only talking about. There's only one Cardi. G. There's only one Cardi.
You're talking about female rappers, okay?
There's only, but you know, they're the most prominent voices who have spoke out. Like, not just say RIP. They gave their opinion, and you know, this is within the last 6 hours. So I'm sure other people will give their opinion, but we're in the real time, so let's talk in the real time space. So Bodak Yellow, she said, I highly doubt niggas was looking at PNB's baby mama IG. Fact. He was in a bad location and people stay outside plotting. It's very irresponsible and inconsiderate to blame her for something so tragic. Fact. We should be sending nothing but love to her and his family at this time. That's from one of the biggest rap stars in the game. You know what I'm saying? She understands this shit.
Like PNB ain't no name. So for somebody to just
be lurking his baby, I couldn't tell you his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a street nigga, but maybe it's niggas who really live their life based on that. Hey. This is Queen Barbie. So Nicki, she said after Pop Smoke, there was no way we as rappers or our loved ones are still posting locations to our whereabouts to show waffles and some fried chicken? ? He was such a pleasure to work with. Condolences to his mom and family. This makes me feel sick. Jesus, and then she sent out all her hashtags. So
she on the other side of the fence.
She on the other side. So I want to see where you guys, sit.
Before y'all do, it's worth mentioning that PNB Rock sat down with DJ Academics just about a week ago.
Just recently.
And said he had just and that interview was only a week ago. And said that people had ran down on him, you know what I'm saying, just recently.
You know the craziest thing about that situation. By the way, like you said, you've lived in LA. Yeah. Like LA's always felt a little spooky to me. And just tell me, and it's fine. You tell me if it's just me being pussy. But like, just LA. I think because LA is synonymous with the death of Biggie, death of Pac. Yeah. And I think it's just so much where like niggas might be like ganged up other places, but I've never seen gang culture over there. It's just so serious. Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I went through some shit when I first like was having in LA with some niggas from Grape Street. These my niggas to this day. You feel me? O3 Greedo and them.
Yeah.
You feel me? They try to do some type of shit, but they seen that I wasn't on that shit. You feel me? Like they try to approach me on some cool shit, but I'm just knowing too much. I'm from the trenches too, so I'm just like not paying it. I'm not taking it lightly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm clutching and all that. Like I'm like, bro, what is y'all niggas trying to do? Like I'm going off of the energy. Fuck what you saying right now. I know what you saying, but it's like I'm getting it too. You feel me? Like I'm not slow. I'm not no fucking dickhead. It's like, what's going on, bro? Like what y'all trying to do? Like, and when they peeped it, they're like, oh no, this nigga ain't no fuck nigga. Like he on some shit. Like we really could fuck with this nigga. Like on some real shit. And when they peeped it, like they started like getting a little bit more lackadaisical, and it's like, all right, we could talk, you feel me? And they tried to test me like on some test me shit. Like they was just like, yeah, come to the hood, you feel me? Like come to the hood.
Come to the hood.
I went to their hood. You feel me? With strapped up. You feel me? Like I went with my niggas. Like it was like 3 of us, and we wasn't crazy deep. Cause I just be wanting niggas to know, like,
nigga,
I'm like y'all. I'm just like y'all, bro. You feel me? Like I'm just like you. I came from the trenches, and I want niggas to like. I don't know why I used to be like that.
It's that respect, right?
It's
there.
Like, I don't know why I used to always have that. Like everywhere I go, I wanted to touch the hood. Like,
and it's also to kind of let them know, like, yo, y'all built from the same topic. Because sometimes people they'll think that it's only niggas that come from where we at built like this. And
no kizzy. So when they seen that though, them niggas respecting him. They like, oh no, this nigga PNB coming different. You know how many niggas that we didn't asked and had the same conversation with and told them to pull up to the block, and them niggas said they was gonna come to the block.
Them niggas ain't never at 8 o'clock.
Them niggas never pulled
2 weeks ago.
Roddy Ricch did the same shit when I put up the Roddy Ricch projects 2 different times before Roddy Ricch was even like super heavy. It was like, damn, bro, you just came out here like it was just me and him. Me and him went to the projects. And he like, bro, like you ain't got no security and none of that shit. Tripping. And it's like, bro, I got security, but I don't got security. You feel me? Like I be on my shit too. You feel me? So I be on angles. I'm already watching everything that's going on, so it's gonna be kind of hard for you to get me because I used to do the same shit. Like,
that probably gives you a lot of like respect and shit like that.
Yeah, niggas fuck with that for sure.
But I ain't gonna lie, LA's gotten just weird and like I think during the pandemic, I've been just hearing too much stories like niggas getting their watches taken off.
Somebody tried me on Fairfax like mid-pandemic. But it was like another one. Though? I don't know. I guess because niggas be sweet. You feel me? And niggas see me with my family, nigga, they think I'm just out here lacking. You know what I'm saying? So it would be one of those type of situations. So where like niggas.
Yo, I hear that just walking up to niggas in like broad daylight, like, yo, give me your chain. Like I'm like, yo,
niggas try me on some. It be like every time.
They try to take your jewelry or some shit?
I don't know, but it be like I be on shit and I'm not where I'm from. We like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to spark a conversation with you first before they get into some shit. Some of them might just go crazy. Like I know some niggas like that too. They might be on their sneaky shit too. But the majority of the times I got into some shit, it was like they just gave they drop up too fast. You feel me? So the second time I got into some shit, it was like niggas was just talking loud as shit, wanting me to hear their conversation. And it's like I'm with my peoples, like I'm with my daughter and my girl. Like why they talking about this gangster shit? Like with this around, like we outside, we on Fairfax. I'm like, man, you know, I already peed the blitz. We out.
Gangsters out there on Fairfax.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like what the fuck is going on? Like I'm on Fairfax right now. So I'm like, man, we out of here. You feel me? Like we going. My girl, like, no, we ain't. What's wrong? I'm like, I'm just going off of the vibes. Like we out.
Is she peeping the energy? Because I'm
she ain't peeping. Yeah, she ain't peeping. She was thinking I'm tripping.
About women sometimes.
She be thinking I'm tripping. So in the mix of all this, I'm like, no, we out. So she peeped that I'm serious. She's like, no, we out. We drive probably like 2 blocks in the street. She thinking this shit a game. She pull over somewhere else. Like, oh, I wanted to go to this store right here. And then in the mix of me like telling her like where the park at. It's like somebody just came fast as shit and took the parking spot, like the same spot that we.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, they must have been following me or something, bro. How the fuck this car get behind me this fast? Like I ain't even look. I look back and that shit was there quick as shit. And then when I walked past, like the car bombed out. Like this shit tinted to the max.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting all this heat coming from the car though. Like I'm feeling the energy coming from the car. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Who that car? Like, on some other shit. I ain't go in the store for 2 seconds. The same people coming from out the car, hop in the store, hype as shit. Say some gangbanging shit, like some set of my. I don't know what they say. They said some shit out loud.
Set tripping.
But it was like something that I recognized the energy. You feel me? I'm like, what? You feel me? Like he like started talking to me with some gangster shit. Like I'm like, bro, do you know me? Like you know me from somewhere? He like, nigga, yeah, I know who you is. Trying to get me to like get into some shit. So I'm like, man, I flagged him off and I just walked out the store because I already know like where this shit about to go. You feel me?
You don't that make you nervous if like you would like your girl.
No, that's why I be trying to be cool because you don't want to be nervous and make it seem like something about that. You want them to be as calm as possible. You feel me? You want your girl and your kids to be like making it seem like everything is cool. Ain't nothing about to happen to us. You feel me? Like we super good. So I just be cool. I just kept it cordial. I'm like, come on, man, we out. These niggas on some real shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? They got to the car, and when they get to the car, that's when I let niggas know, like, I'm not on that. You feel me? And I ain't gonna say what happened, but niggas know that I'm just not on that. You feel me? It's like, all right, he ain't one of them. You feel me?
At
like,
least they didn't take your. I heard. Well, I won't name the rappers, but I've heard of like 3 rappers. Like it's so commonplace.
it's more than
like,
3. Niggas be getting their shit took, and it don't be spoken about because it's like,
that's what
why
I'm
you
saying.
gonna talk about
I
it?
hear it's so normal that. Like usually when you rob a rapper, like everybody knows because they be like, "Oh shit, that nigga got his shit took." I'm in LA.
It used to be like that. Niggas used to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we got such and such chain," but now it's like it's so common, and niggas don't want you to know they stole niggas shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Niggas don't want that shit to come back on them. Niggas is getting locked up. People is coming back for niggas. Like it's like once you get away with some shit, why you won't make that shit hot? Niggas ain't everybody ain't dumb.
Shit, but they
You
ain't
feel
take
me?
nothing from you.
No, I never got robbed ever in my life.
Listen.
I ain't gonna say never because I don't like saying never. I'm not suspicious. I'm not superstitious and nothing like that, but I haven't been robbed.
Now, again, I don't know.
So at that point, you
I
got to
don't know
sit
if
down.
The answer is not is that you do got outs, but again, if you got active beefs out here in these hoods, or
Got to move different.
you know what I'm saying? Like you got to move a lot different, right? And you know, people joke all the time about shit. We just joked offline about Tekashi running around with, you know what I'm saying, a group of security guards. But
Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash, nigga.
At the end of the day, like if that's what's gonna keep you alive and well, and again, his situation is a lot different because he's trolling out here in the streets. He's asking to be murdered, nigga.
But PNB
you know
ain't doing nothing of the sort.
You know, like I don't know, man.
Singing on track.
And then here's the other part of this too that you know because we talked about this a little bit offline a couple of weeks ago. That checking in shit, man. Some people take offense to that. You in somebody else's city. You got a bunch of money on your person, like and you if you didn't check in, I don't know if he did or didn't.
Yeah, and he from Philly. He a
right.
Philly nigga. You know what I'm saying?
He a Philly nigga in LA.
Yeah, he's Philly.
You talking
posted the pic of them.
You talking about a conversation that we gonna have to have in the future. But
Right.
that check-in business is something different. Like it definitely that could be the case too. Like you know what I'm saying? When you check in, nigga, sometimes you pay that toll so that you can move freely in these areas where you're not common. I'm sure
That's a good
Okay,
point.
but what about Young Dolph? He got touched in his own city.
We're not saying that checking in
That you
No
can't be
check-in was
touched.
gonna save him.
your
Yeah.
own city is different though.
Yeah,
That's the
because
point
them-
I'm making. So that whole check-in shit.
But that ain't
It's not the
PNB.
same,
This wasn't PNB's hood. Like I'm sure he moved through Philly and Maryland and all of those areas freely. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But like in light of his death, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always gonna do what they do when somebody passes, right? They gonna go on here and say, "Oh man, I just saw him," or like I was just with him. That was the homie. You know what I'm saying? So like you would think that if I'm pulling up to Houston, right? If I have this type of energy, this type of aura around me, that I could pull up to Houston and be like, "Hey, Jaffe, I'm in your hood." Right now, this ain't even checking in. This is just me calling up one of my big homies. That, man,
One of my homies.
I'm gonna be in your hood, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be around. Now again, I don't know why he was in. I don't know if he lives in LA now. Again, that's music capital of the world type shit.
They have been out there. I mean, if you go on his Twitter, him and his baby mama, they have been out there like, you know, literally, you know, living it the fuck up.
But
like
at the end of the day, and again, from my understanding, that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is in the fucking hood, right?
the
You
hood.
know what I'm saying? Like, now this is just me. I don't know if I'm pulling up with 6 chains to hit Roscoe. And again, I don't want to blame him for his own demise. You know
I'm
what
not
saying?
dying by my chain, bro.
I just
It's
exactly.
just that simple.
I just feel.
I'm
like,
sure he wasn't trying to die behind his
Right.
chain.
I
Them
just
niggas
feel-
As
was
soon as he said no, that's exactly what he was trying to do.
That's the thing, right? Like, it doesn't matter what I have on my person.
Nigga, you can take this chain, this car, all this shit, bro. Except for
Yeah.
my lady.
Yeah.
I'm
my
finna say
kids.
that
That's the
that energy different when your lady with you though.
No,
Like,
it ain't.
Yeah.
Now
She
we
probably
got
gonna be
kids. I
tough
got
shit.
kids to go home to.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Like,
the
fuck
whole
that
thing.
chain.
Just get to the crib. All that
Yeah.
shit can be
We can
replaced.
sort this
And
shit out
shit.
later. I
And-
got
and
their tags.
Whole time, like if I'm a betting man, you know what I'm saying, I bet the lady was telling him to give it up. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
Yeah.
betting, because that's what I imagine my lady would tell me to do. You know, like, don't try, this ain't the time to be macho. But at the end of the day, again, I don't want to victimize him. I mean, I don't want to blame him for his demise. I don't want to say that he did anything wrong in that state, even though
indeed.
I feel like, you know, I would have moved different. I think it's time for just, you know, our entertainers to move a lot different. Not saying that you can't go buy nice things, but, you know, what are you putting on for, man? You know what I'm saying? Because these starving niggas is gonna see niggas with food. You know what I'm saying? And everybody
go
is food.
eat.
You know what I'm saying?
I continue to say this. You have some rappers who have figured out, I don't need to be in the hood like that.
Of course.
Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z might have a $200,000 watch on. You're not going to see him in one of those places. Right? That's just what it is. So
If he wants some Roscoe's, he gonna get that bitch Uber Eats to him or something.
No,
One of his
Roscoe's gonna
assistants.
come cook them bitches personally for him in his kitchen.
Yeah, like that's all I'm saying.
For the record, PNB, he was in LA yesterday for T Grizzly's engagement party. That's what they were in LA for last night. I don't know if that carried into today, but last night, that's what they were on Twitter celebrating.
But
T Grizzly.
You motherfucking like Twitter investigators, man. Like let this family mourn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like before you
point a finger,
try to draw these.
I actually disagree with y'all. I think it's important for the family to mourn, but I also think this is a cautionary tale, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, and it's one that we keep having. We keep having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So yes, the mother of the children, she, you know, and his girlfriend, she should be mourning. But man, honestly, this backlash is perfect because people need to understand that little bit of clout that you're gonna get from posting that you at Roscoe's is not worth it. That telling a nigga no when he got a gun on you, when he asked you for your jewelry, that shit's not worth it.
That's fair.
It's just not worth it. It's that was a young man. What was he in his 20s?
30.
He was literally 30.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. 30 years old, bro, with kids, man. That's
so
fucked
hey,
up, man.
A lot of niggas say they'll die by their chain though. Maybe he was one of them.
That's unfortunate, nigga. Because like that
But
shit.
I
Can
think
be
that
replaced.
goes back to the culture. It's
I'm gonna die by this chain.
there
bro.
are
That shit is so
listeners of music who will stop listening if you get your chain snatched.
So
stupid.
on
Nigga,
that
chain
on
ain't
that
nothing but some minerals from the earth, my nigga. Like
so while we talking about loss, let's flip it on the other side, right? So we started the conversation with Dirk having a shitty ass month, and we talked about him losing his girl, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. At this point, let's just discuss this. And you know, we not the blog sites, we not the gossip channel, but you know, it's some legs behind this conversation, and I want to open it up. So, Lil Durk, you know, and I just found out who his girlfriend was. Didn't even know he had
India
one.
Royale.
India Royale, you know, so, and I guess to most of the chicks with hood tendencies, this is their queen. Like, she is wholesome, she's quiet, she holds this nigga down. She is the epitome.
She was just shooting it out at Home Invaders, nigga, a year ago.
So this is the one that you want by your side. I'm not dissing her, I'm not saying nothing along the effect. So I guess Dirk went and had another baby, and they're engaged right now, right?
Okay.
hold on, him
So
and
India-
the other baby mama?
No. India and Dirk are engaged right now. So it came out over the weekend. I guess this chick who he had a baby with, they say he had been paying off her to keep quiet. Something happened and she was done being quiet. And she really exposed the fact that Dirk has this 2-year-old daughter with her. Okay. So upon this information hitting the net and India finding out, India goes and deletes Dirk from her IG and then posts that she's a free agent.
Gangster.
To that effect, you know what I'm saying? Well, how do y'all feel about this? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who's wrong in this situation for walking? Like, is she wrong for declaring her independence? Is Dirk wrong? I'm sure Dirk is, you know, the villain in all of this, but let's talk about it. What we want to like give me y'all insight, give me y'all input. How do y'all feel behind
I just
this?
got something funny to say. Something I saw that was funny. It was an Instagram post, and it said, y'all won't be with a man who lives with his mom, but you'll be with a man who lives with his wife. And I just thought about it. I was like, damn, that shit is kind of spot on. I feel like that's fitting for this conversation, because I'm sure Shorty probably is one of them ones who, I can't be with no nigga that live with his mama and blah, blah, but bitch, you laying up with some man who married. So I don't know. I ain't got much to say on the topic, bro. I feel like brothers, niggas, men need to move differently. Stop being messy. Stop putting your whole family in jeopardy for 5 minutes of fun.
The internet.
This shit ain't worth it.
Oh, it's 5 minutes of fun now? It's not 15?
Or whatever it was.
It was 15.
So let me shape the conversation a little better for us. So you guys are married. Each one of you guys know when you have the one, right? So is there ever a time where you would risk your most valued chess piece, your queen, in any game? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is there ever a time where it's worth you? Don't say Ashanti, bro.
Okay, then
lean back out the camera. Lean back out the camera. But is there ever a time, if you have a chick that's literally riding with you, shooting it out with the ops, sticking behind you through supposed RICO cases, you know, like India, from everything that I hear or read, you know, she ain't done nothing but stand by this dude and be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what made their relationship so ideal. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Is this myself to,
you know what?
I can't. Like, I can't compare my situation.
That's the point that I want to get to.
Because that got millions of dollars, that travels the world, that does all this shit.
I have a different stance on loyalty.
Hold on. Let's hear Nate, and then you can come.
That's getting, you know, women thrown at him left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't compare myself to that. So, because I wouldn't understand anything that niggas go through. So
that's a conversation I was having that I think it didn't get through.
For a regular bitch, nah. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. But
all right, so I'm gonna go real quick.
Hold on, let's go.
I just want to throw this out here.
No, I'm done.
Gucci Mane got a song called Mrs. Davis that literally talks about the opposite end of the spectrum, what you just said, Nate, and how his girl is loyal to him and how he gonna always be loyal to her.
Happy wife, happy life. I took my own advice. I think about my wife and all that she had to sacrifice. Real humble beginnings, now our life different. My bitch worth $500 million, yeah, my wife different. So I ain't got no time for these momentary slits. I still remember visits that you made the Terry Hut. It's our anniversary, like Tony. No Instagram relationships, that other shit be phony.
So I feel like it's ultimately in that man's values. Like, obviously Gucci values the relationship with his wife, his woman. You know what I'm saying? He treasures that, so he's not gonna risk it. These other niggas, these new niggas, these young niggas that glorify this toxicity and all that shit, they don't value women the same way, you know, other people do. So they don't give a fuck. And it's obvious. Your actions is telling us that you don't give a fuck. You can say one thing, but your actions is showing something totally different. And if he cared about India, he wouldn't have did it like that. He wouldn't have stepped out. He wouldn't have been trying to hide no whole other kid and all that old bullshit. But niggas don't.
I mean, he would tell you the reason why he was trying to hide his child is because he did care about her. But
go ahead, make your point.
It ain't that hard to keep your dick in your pants, bro.
This is what I'm gonna say. This has always been my thought process.
You talking from a regular nigga perspective, though, man.
This is
the conversation I was trying to have.
A regular
this
different,
is
man.
my perspective.
So I was trying to have this conversation. The reason this is totally irrelevant to me, right? But me and Drea had a nice long conversation last night when it all came out, and her stance was that this nigga Dirk is gonna be hurt behind this shit, and his recovery is gonna be longer than hers. My point is that this nigga has millions of dollars and tens of millions of fans. And of course, he had a very loyal chick, you know what I'm saying, that stood by him and held him down. But she ain't the only one in the fucking world. It's going to be chicks lining the same way it's going to be niggas lining up to shoot at India.
Hey, Magic was fucking everything walking, man. But Cookie is the one that remained the stain.
That stayed.
Like, it's something to what Alex was saying, though. Like the
loyalty
aspect.
But see, this goes back to what I'm saying about loyalty, right? So if your woman allows you to walk all over her, if she had that to me, right? If you can cheat on her, if you can have her in bullshit, you can steal her credit card, you can do all this other shit that fuck niggas do, right? Then she obviously has some self-respect issues. And most niggas, when they are allowed to walk all over a woman, they're just going to continue to walk all over her. They're going to take that loyalty for granted. And so for me personally, if I see my woman and she has no self-respect because she'll allow me to do all this grimy shit, then I'm going to end up just losing the respect that I have for her, and I'm going to continue to be a grimy nigga.
But do we think that's the case? Bro. But do we think that's the case for her? Because she ain't letting that nigga walk on him. He has embarrassed her in the public, and she has, in response, embarrassed that nigga. I'm a free agent, and I'm out.
We're only speaking on their public display of their relationship. For all we know, she could have been knew about this bitch, and she's more upset about the embarrassment than she is about the actual act of cheating on her.
Okay.
A lot of these celebrities, that's what it really ends up boiling down to.
I just watched a terrible movie last night, and it's literally about what we talking about, but in the church culture. That honk for Jesus movie.
Don't talk about it because I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night, big dog.
Do you know the
check
premise
it out.
of the movie?
No. I do. So don't talk about it. Just, hey, listeners.
The premise of the movie is about how black women are loyal to their man, even when the nigga be on bullshit. And that's all I'm gonna say about the movie. So
and that's fair.
That crosses over. That's a what they call themselves, first lady, the first lady of the church, versus these they
the first ladies of rap. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing. So yeah,
this is what I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna take the Panda Bear stance instead of Toxic John. Ladies, y'all need to be zero tolerance, the same way niggas are. All right, that's the bottom line. To me, if you're not zero tolerance and you let this nigga get away with fucking bloody murder, that nigga's just gonna keep doing that shit.
But can you really
go ahead?
Can you really put a muzzle or a leash on a nigga that move like this nigga can move? Have in India, from everything I understand, she got her own bag. She got her own bag. She don't need this nigga for nothing. But this nigga can move completely different than any way that she could ever hold him accountable for.
Forget about what you can pull for a second, because obviously a motherfucker with a bag, you could look like fucking Beetlejuice and get her. If you got money, you can have something nice.
Walk around this bitch looking like Kodak.
I truthfully feel, you know what I'm saying. Now again, I think it's a lot more cases, and again, I can't confirm or deny this. That I think it's a lot more cases of couples. Like if you do have a significant other and you are in the industry, I've been thinking they be having some kind of not contractual agreement, but like I think that these women be knowing what be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like a don't ask, don't tell type of situation.
I'll give you two examples.
You know what I'm saying? Like athletes, fucking. All these entertainers,
two examples.
I think this shit happening, but like I don't want you to find out about it. Don't be having me out here looking crazy in the blogs.
Right. Don't embarrass me.
The embarrassment. Like I think they be knowing, but they don't really want to know about it. You know what I'm saying?
So what you saying? Savannah play her role real good with the king.
Right, but look,
nigga, like
she definitely do.
Shit always coming out about LeBron being in the bitch inbox, nigga. Like I done seen shit like that. Go ahead, John.
Back when I used to watch Love and Hip Hop, Chrissy Jones literally said, "Look, I'm not gonna be naive. This nigga's on tour. Is the baddest bitches ever throwing pussy at him." You know what I'm saying? Just don't bring no outside babies home. Just don't get caught in no pictures, right? And she was being very real about what her expectations were of her husband, given the lifestyle that he lives, right?
Mhm.
And that's cool. That's the two of them being transparent about their arrangement.
So that's a realistic point of view.
Facts.
But if you're Chrissy Jones,
if that's the terms of your relationship,
right?
Yeah.
Because I know regular shorties who be like, all men cheat, so as long as my nigga home every night, I don't care.
Facts. That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what your expectations are, and you set forth those expectations, then that's cool. But if your expectations are for monogamy, then you got to be zero tolerance.
Draw the line, right?
If
that's what you want. That's what you got to expect and drive.
Man, it's real life swingers and cucks and everything else out there. There's people out there who like seeing their shorties
alternative.
You know what I'm saying? Mess with other niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
it's safe to say Ari ain't that one. So Dirk responded, and so Dirk never deleted her, and he responded today. What did the post say? I'm paraphrasing, but he said that kitty always gonna be mine. Go ahead. Because you probably know it.
And I love it.
He said some shit along the lines that kitty always gonna be mine, and she came right behind that nigga with a blue cap. So clearly this shit ain't going nowhere. Me personally, if I was that nigga Dirk, don't this nigga got a body double walking around? Nigga, that shorty ain't mine. That's Perkio shit. Like, fuck out of here with that. That's Perkio shorty. That ain't mine. Say that I couldn't get that one off.
But the minute that you level the dude up or level the female up in this case, so now she's in the limelight. It's gonna be another. If they don't end up working out, it's gonna be another rapper, athlete, entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Who scoops her up and is not able to provide everything that Dirk did. You know what I'm saying? And not
so that's so again,
situation.
I have these questions, and I know we could care less about it, but I have these questions, So all right. So to most people, and that's what I was just about to say. So to most of these people, Ari was gonna win regardless if she was with Dirk or not. But we're all
you keep calling this bitch Ari, like
because that's how irrelevant the fuck she is to me.
That's a whole nother.
That's my nigga Bag. That's my nigga Bag, right? Yeah. She pregnant right now. My nigga Bag. Congratulations to my nigga Bag. But
allegedly, nigga.
Okay. Because Meek Mill's supposed to be in on it too, right? All right, moving on. Gossip, moving on. We not that. So let me ask y'all this. So India. So let most women tell it. India was gonna win regardless of her relationship with Dirk. Dirk didn't elevate her in no capacity. She was already gonna be up. That's bullshit. Like her being tied to Dirk allow her cosmetic and all her other shit to have more exposure and thus build her brand and build her bag.
That nigga shot out her cosmetic line on a Kanye verse, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
the fuck. So this India is this and India is that and Dirk this and Dirk that. At the end of the day, let me ask y'all this. So in the recovery part of this, what's India's ceiling? Russell Wilson is potentially her ceiling. Is that what we saying? She gonna potentially find her Russ? NBA
it's
nigga.
Gonna be Michael B. Jordan, bro. That's somebody. I'm predicting it right now. That's gonna be a clean.
So India lands on her feet, or is she just gonna end up with another nigga that got some bread that can't do what Dirk do?
That's what it's gonna be.
That's what it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Michael B. Jordan because the thing is, niggas don't want the headache that come with what she leaving. Like this nigga is nuts, like behind her. So. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that negative energy. Like she's stained. If you're asking me, she's stained in my eyes. Like ain't no nigga like Michael B. Jordan. Like let's say Michael B. Jordan may be the epitome, right? Like that's Russell Wilson, Michael B. Jordan.
Fuck out of here,
bro. I'm just saying Hollywood niggas were
Nate,
for the sake of conversation.
Nate, you off the market, G. So I can't say it's you. So look, is she gonna get her a wholesome guy that want to put up with the bullshit? Like Russell Wilson is willing to deal with the bullshit that come with Future for Sierra. You get what I'm saying? Is a motherfucker gonna want to deal?
But it's not no bullshit. Future got X amount of baby mamas. Dirk got like 3-4 baby mamas.
No.
Like
first and foremost,
the fact that women thought that Dirk was gonna be loyal to a chick because she loyal when this nigga got 4 baby mamas already is nuts to me. But go ahead,
keep going. Russell Wilson actually deals with any BS?
He got?
Russell Wilson probably over there knocking the dust off some white bitches' coochies, G. Like how the fuck
I'm not finna say that about Russ, man. That's the first thing. I'm not gonna say that about Russ. What
Russ
I
is
will
your
say,
Lizzo, John. You don't want to disparage Russ.
I don't know, because what I say is Russ probably doesn't
We're not
listen
gonna
to
talk about
Future's
Russ.
music.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so he probably
Right.
he doesn't deal with Future's BS at all. And there are niggas with money that
No,
will
so-
literally be like, who the fuck is Dirk?
So this is what I'm saying to you, John. So when she's stressed out behind some shit that Dirk is doing towards their kids, that's shit that he has to inherit. He has to fucking walk her through that. They're in a relationship. Whoever this next nigga is, let's just use Sierra and Russ because they're kind of what we're discussing, right? When Sierra is, before she got to this point of Zen where she is now, and she don't really care about what Future has to do. But when that nigga was doing all the shit talking, the child support and this and that, you think Russ wasn't having conversations like, damn, CC, don't worry about it. We good. You know what I'm saying? That changes her mood. And motherfuckers ain't gonna want to fucking sign up for some shit
Russ
when you got this
probably
annoying
said-
ass nigga. Go ahead. What'd he say?
Said,
Nothing but a G thing, baby.
no, he probably
Nothing
did
to
say
a
that.
boss, baby.
He did. You know what? he probably did. But
Tell that nigga.
I'll go a
Boys is
different.
funny
I'll go a
as
different
shit.
example. D Wade had a crazy
That's
baby
right.
mama too, right? And he
Okay.
took his money and he took his resources. And him and Gabby Union basically X'd her out of the picture.
And fucked up the kids, nigga.
I'm not
Zaire
gonna say
was
that.
on his way to the league.
We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that at all.
Why not?
Now that nigga a model. Fuck what you talking
Oh,
about?
man. I
The
hate
nigga
on
had
women, man.
NBA. He hit the
Forget
NBA
on
lottery
women.
jeans, nigga.
Forget
What's the other one? The other one that don't even know what
Zaire. What's her name? Zaire. We ain't going down that road.
All right, man. I see where this is
You know what I'm
derailed. Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah,
Hey,
the point
Bring
is-
the
Hey.
music in, my nigga.
Hey man, shouts out to Dirk, man. Hope shit get better for you, big dog. But it's
Man,
highly fucking
ain't nobody
unlikely,
worried about
nigga.
Dirk and his drama. He ain't even slide for Vine, man. And on
Hey,
that,
nigga still waiting on the slide. Hey,
No,
niggas.
no.
Hey, when y'all moving in these streets, nigga, tuck your chains, bro. It ain't safe.
got
It
my
ain't
baby
safe. It
eyes,
ain't safe.
man.
It ain't safe.
You can have my little change.
you know,
All right,
got
man.
baby
On that
outside.
note, man, hey, another great episode, man. We had to come back and give y'all a little extended episode, man, because, hey, we hate when we can't feed the streets, man. So that one's on us. We appreciate y'all staying locked in with us, man. We back, man. We don't foresee any kind of breaks coming up,
Hey,
man. So we gonna keep hitting y'all over the head.
Next week is not only our 50th episode, but it is our
Tell 'em.
anniversary, nigga. So
Tell them.
we gonna drop something in real
Tell them.
funky for y'all, man, for the 50th
Tell 'em.
episode. Hey, if I remember correctly, one of my niggas said they was gonna get it in blood, but I ain't gonna hold them to it. But yeah,
Hey.
we gonna catch y'all next week on another episode of Cloud of Smoke, man. Hey, freaky out.
Freaky.
Hey, man, I don't know. I've been wanting to say something. I ain't said nothing, but I guess I'll take this opportunity now. I had got a lipoma removed from my back last Thursday. So it's in for testing. I think I'm good. Hopefully I ain't got no cancer and shit. But yeah, your boy was under the knife recently. I'm just sharing that information though to make sure, all the listeners, y'all taking care of y'all health. If y'all in my demographic, we starting to get up there in age and starting to show our little wares of our years running the streets and being knuckleheads. So man, take care of your health, take care of your mentals. And on that note, who else gotta go? John, talk to him.
This nigga gonna hit us with this heavy ass shit right now. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, we
I wanted to
couldn't.
lead in the show with it, but
So I'll try to end on a little bit more happy of a note. This past weekend, I was in Memphis supporting the homie CC. He opened up his sports bar, V124, for anybody that's gonna be in the Memphis area. I would say the grand opening was a success. And one of the things I want to say whenever you support your homies, man, break bread with them, right? Don't just show up and eat for free because they're generous and they'll do that. Nah, break out that wallet, you know what I'm saying? Buy some shit, try some shit, man, and really just, hold your homies down, man. I was his first customer, man. Bought a Bud Light, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have nothing else ready at the time, but definitely want to say, man, I bought some other shit later on when everything was up and running, but you know what I'm saying?
CC, I'm coming, my dude. Don't even
Oh
worry
yeah, we
about
out there, nigga. We gonna turn that bitch up real soon. Hey man, on that note, Alex, prayers up to you, big dog. We gonna talk to your ass offline, nigga, but get us the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, on that note, holla.